What is the best form and delivery method besides sunlight for a vitamin D supplement?
For me?
Yeah.
That's for you, Dr. Bazzan.
Okay. So in my experience, it has not really mattered. Most is vitamin D3. It's been agreed on that. And I see people coming in with different brands, and if they're taking it, we advise anywhere between 2,000 international units to 4,000 or 5,000, depending on the person, depending on how their levels will be. I've been impressed how well it is absorbed and how well it shows up in the bloodstream. So just do it and have a doctor that will check your levels before and after.
That's very helpful. And can you give us some suggestions in terms of levels? We've got a question here. I know we talked about levels in one of the previous webinars, but might as well just talk about it again since we are talking about the gut and gut integrity. This is Isa from New Hampshire. I've been taking vitamin D for a year. My levels have increased nicely. I understand that my goal is somewhere between 50 and 70 as a target. I'm getting close. My question is whether you can take too much vitamin D. Could it be toxic over time?
So we believe that 50 is the magic number with the usual give or take of the bell curve. At 50, there are some tables that show how you can probably protect against breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, colon cancer. You protect against viruses. And so to get to 50, it usually takes between 4,000 to 5,000 units a day.
I agree.
Interestingly, if you say, I'm going to go and take 10,000, what I've seen over the years is that, if 5,000 gives you 50, 10,000 gives you 75. It does not give you 100. The normal levels in the human being are, by definition, between 30 and 100 nanograms per milliliter. These are considered normal. Because of the polar bear explorers that you were talking about, who ate polar bear liver because they had nothing else to eat, and then they died because they were eating in the hundreds of millions of units. Unfortunately, that thing went down in history and scared 2 centuries of vitamin D for every of us. And so usually what you see is health problems with vitamin D deficiency and not because of too much vitamin D. And the mavens in this field, like Hector DeLuca and Mike Hollick from Boston, these are the giants of vitamin D. We were discussing, and they said they never saw vitamin D toxicity lower than 250 nanograms per milliliter, which means that you must be eating vitamin D every day like there is no tomorrow. So it's not all that easy to get hurt.
I think
it's easier to not have enough.
Yes, I totally agree. And I like that you also are alluding to the science of vitamin D supplementation, which is it's not linear. It's actually an S-shaped curve. So this is where I think it's very helpful to work with an integrative clinician who's trained and can help you adjust the dosing.